Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I'm showing you how to aim masse shots. Now, a masse is just a fancy word for curve. So we are just going to curve the cue ball around this 3 ball to pocket the 9. And just a heads up, there are not any aiming systems to learn a masse. There's an aiming system, it's called the Cornelius something, some name that starts with corn. And I'm just letting you know that that's not going to work. It's not going to work because there's too many variables. That aiming system was invented by some foreign scientist genius that also discovered how tornadoes form. And he said that when you hit at this point, at this speed, with this amount of elevation, when you hit like this, it should go this direction. That's not very helpful because we're not doing the same shot every time. We're not hitting the same spot on the cue ball every time. We don't all have the same felt. We don't all have the same cue. We don't all have the same tip. We don't all have the same cue ball that we're using. We don't all have the same this, the same that. There's too many variables. The amount of chalk that we have on the tip, the type of chalk we're using. There's just too many variables to have an aiming system that works 100% of the time. And this masse is a hard shot, so I don't think there will ever be an aiming system for this shot, or for any shot ever, because you're not going to make something 100% of the time. So make sure you're chalked up first, because this is very easy to miss cue on if you hit it wrong. We are just going to build our way up in speed, just so I can show you the different speed makes. So we're all aiming in the same spot. We're just aiming a little bit to the left of this 3 ball and hitting bottom right, which since we're curving to the right. And we shouldn't have to hit too hard to make this shot, but I'm just going to show you the different speeds until we make it. So this is super slow. We got a slight bit of resistance, but no real curve. So now I'm going to hit a little bit harder. Now we have some curve going. So we're going to hit about medium speed now. Medium speed. Look at that, more curve. We actually aimed too far to the left that time, but we have more curve. So, medium hard, which should be around the speed needed to pocket this 9 ball. Medium hard. And there it is. So it's just all about finding your table speed. You saw how I knew that speed was going to get the job done, because I've done the other speeds so much that I know what happens. So now we're going to move on to a shorter distance shot. Okay guys, so here we are, shorter distance, which will require more elevation always. When you are curving a shorter distance and kind of going up and back around, we are using back right spin, since we're going back into the right, and we're also using more elevation because we need to curve quicker. So we're using more elevation, back left. This is really slow speed. No backspin at all. Just a tad bit of resistance at the beginning. So remember, I'm aiming in the same spot, same elevation, same spin every time. Here's a little bit harder. Now that spun backwards a little bit as it went up. So now, which should be close to the speed needed to pocket this 9 ball, hold medium speed. See, almost there. I said close to the speed needed. So now just a little bit harder, and this 9 ball should drop. There it is. We scratched, but we found our speed. And that's all what this is about. We just need to practice these shots so we can get it down.